Yeah.
This is Geek Therapy Radio.
What are we waiting for?
And now your mental curator, Johnny Hamburger.
Welcome to another edition of Midweek Geek. I am Johnny Hamburger, your mental curator here on Geek Therapy Radio. I finally went and saw Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. This is my first movie review ever here on Geek Therapy Radio, and I'm debuting it here on Midweek Geek because I think it's a more better platform for it. I'll give reviews in the future, I think, on the air, and I might do a little summary of my review later this week when the actual Geek Therapy Radio drops on Friday. But for this edition of Midweek Geek, we're going to dive into Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, my critique of it, my review of it. And I'm going to say right off the bat, I have two scales. I've developed two scales, I can already tell. There's the one grade that you should consider, that you really, the takeaway from these reviews will be what I call the geek grade. The other grade I give to movies is the stick up your butt grade. And that's where you overanalyze a movie. I take that back. That's where you analyze a movie that that doesn't necessarily require the analysis. For instance, reviewing Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom in the same way you'd review Citizen Kane, or even better yet, reviewing Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom in the same way that you would review Jurassic Park from 1993. The stick up your butt grade for Jurassic World, my stick up your butt grade for Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is F-. My geek grade for Fallen Kingdom is B-. And actually, truth be told, I was floating between B- and C+. Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is a very fun movie. It's a very fun movie just to get soda and popcorn and watch dinosaurs going crazy, and your girlfriend can see Chris Pratt, or some dudes can see Chris Pratt. It's a very fun summer movie. I didn't want my money back. We got coupons to it, but I'm saying, if I paid full price for it, even if I paid $15 for it, it was a good enough movie that I had a lot of fun watching it, had a lot of fun going to the theater that day, eating popcorn, drinking a soda, sitting next to Sarah. It was really good fun at the movies. Didn't regret it. That said, the stick up your butt grade of F- means if you were reviewing it the way you would critically review any masterpiece, it deserves the F- because dialogue was super stupid sometimes. Oh, there's a few times, and Sarah would tell you if you meet her, that there's a few times I looked over at her like this. Because the dialogue was so dumb, and the stupid little subtle political commentary in there. I didn't hate it. It was just like, really? Just had to sneak it in there, did you? Whatever. The dialogue wasn't that great. But there's one caveat to that. Chris Pratt can get away with corny dialogue. That's kind of his thing. That's his shtick, is being corny. So it's okay that Chris Pratt has corny dialogue. It was really dumb when other characters had corny dialogue. And other characters, this is the stick up the butt part of the review. The Eastern European mob bosses, the Yakuza crime boss, the other, just like, it's really corny, like Bond villain type characters in this movie. It's not a spoiler to say that there's a scene in there where they're auctioning off dinosaurs. That's in every trailer. That's not a spoiler. So the representation of all these different organizations is super cartoony, super silly. But if you take the stick out of your butt and go with the geek review, the geek grade, the geek state of mind, it was acceptable. It was okay that part was hokey, that these characters were extreme representations of whatever they're representing. Representations of whatever they're representing. Gee, Johnny, be more descriptive, could ya? And that's kind of my point. So I said geek grade B-, stick up your butt grade F-. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with the other reviews that gave such scathing, harsh, borderline mean reviews of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. I think that those reviews were audacious. It was like critically reviewing your niece's picture of a duck versus a Rembrandt masterpiece. If you're going to judge the 3-year-old the same way you're going to judge friggin' Rembrandt, yeah, Jurassic World was really stupid. But think about it this way. That picture that your niece drew of that duck is way more fun than a Rembrandt. All her use of colors, and it doesn't make any sense, and it's predictable how she's going to do this or that, but it's still weird in her own way and unique way. That's kind of what Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is. When people are reviewing this movie up against Jurassic Park, it's disingenuous and it's misguided, and it has nothing to do. It's not. It's just my opinion. It's audacious, and it's not necessary, and it's missing the point. For one thing, Michael Crichton is dead. Michael Crichton is dead. There is no more dinosaur gospel being written. So you have to look at any posthumous Jurassic World movies, posthumous after Michael Crichton has died, with that little grain of sand that this is not canon anymore. This is not scripture. This is not Jurassic Park scripture. And that's perfectly fine. So another way to put it is, if you go to the movies to watch Jurassic World and loosen the tie that no one was asking you to wear in the first place, you'll have a good time. It's dinosaurs eating people, running away from explosions. Really fun. Some of it's kind of sad, actually. That's not too much of a spoiler. A volcano is blowing up an island where a bunch of dinosaurs live. There are some sad moments. If you're really attached to animals, you're not going to have a fun time for some scenes of animals suffering. That said, it's a very fun movie. So maybe a better way to put it is, don't show up to a party, don't go walking up to the beer pong table and start critiquing and reviewing the Natty Light. Just take the ball out of the cup and chug it and have a fun time. Have a blast. That's how you should walk into Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Walk into it like you're going to have a party and just watch dinosaurs eat bad guys and explosions, and your girlfriend can have Chris Pratt. It's really fun in that regard. B-. Stick up your butt. It's actually mathematically, and if you break it down, a terrible movie. Super, super terrible movie. But don't pay attention to the stick up your butt F+ grade. Pay attention to the geek grade. B-. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, I recommend seeing it. I love Jurassic Park, and that's the main reason I go to see every single one of these movies, is I love Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park 1993, gold standard. Will never be beat by anything else in the franchise, ever. Every subsequent movie, still fun in its own way. Fun. That's all you should be looking for in a Jurassic World movie. Just have fun. That's going to do it for this edition of Midweek Geek. I'm Johnny Hamburger. Make sure you're subscribed to the podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, find the podcast anywhere. iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio app. Just search Geek Therapy Radio with Johnny Hamburger and it'll be there. Also in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. Other than that, take care, my geeks. Thank you for being good to each other. Thank you for being the good in the world. And if you have any ideas or reviews of this movie, put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. But with that, again, be good to each other, and I'll see you in a few days or so. I'm Johnny Hamburger. This has been Geek Therapy Radio's Midweek Geek.